Mrs. Savona? Hi.
Hi.
How are you? It's nice to see you again.
Fine, thank you, though.
Come on in. Good afternoon, Mrs. Savona. I'm so happy that you could come today. Jonathan tells me what a great baker you are.
Oh,
and I
did he
certainly
really?
hope that I'll have a chance to taste some of your goodies before even the month is out.
Oh, well, I really do love to bake, and that would be great. I'd love to, bake something. I mean, do you have something coming up? Or
Anything at all. We have Halloween coming up soon, so maybe you can bake something for us then. I'm sure that I would enjoy that. Jonathan is such a pleasure to have in my class, and he certainly asks a lot of questions and many pertinent questions. I enjoy him.
Thank you. I know he's always asking a million questions at home, too.
I trust that you had the opportunity to look at some of the texts and the other materials that we will be using throughout the school year. Sword of Success will be our guided reading program, and we will be reading a variety of novels as well.
Yes, as a matter of fact, I did get a chance to look at the books and some of the programs that you had on display, and it was really helpful because it gives me a good insight into what Jonathan is going to be learning this year.
Great. I'm glad that they were helpful. Okay, why don't we take a look at Jonathan's report card, and I want you to feel free to interrupt and ask any questions as we go along. In his personal development, Jonathan is making very good progress. He gets along well with his classmates and with adults as well. He is well focused and he uses his time very constructively. His work habits are good and he completes class assignments and his homework are both done very neatly. Not only his mechanics are good, but his writing skills are growing very nicely and they're well developed. His sentence structure is good, he's well organized, and he knows how to stay focused and stick to the main idea. I'd like you to take a look at his book report. This is the book report that he did. I'm sure you're familiar with that.
Yep.
On Vasco da Gama. We researched together with the class and went to the library. And as you know, the final draft was to be completed at home. And I thank you for your additional support and the guidance that you contributed to. He told me that you took him to the local library where he did some additional research.
Yes, I did. Thank you. I find that at home, Jonathan is very eager to learn. And I took your suggestion at the last parent orientation, and I've made books available to him that are on his reading level. And this has really helped with his getting him to read at home and do his homework with much less of a struggle.
Wonderful. I'm glad that they helped, and I know that it's a struggle sometimes to get through homework with them, but I'm glad that the suggestions were able to help you. Okay, let's look at the development he's making and the progress in the curriculum areas. He has earned a B in reading. He reads well orally and is making significant growth with his decoding skills. And what I mean by that, Mrs. Savona, is let's say, for example, he comes to a difficult word that he's not familiar with, such as the word explorer. He's very good at using the skills that we've been working together as a team in the classroom with chunking the word, breaking the word apart into syllables, and also using some of the past knowledge that he has developed with vowel sounds, both long and short, and he's able to put all of those together and decode a word with great success. So I'm very pleased with that, and that adds to his ease with his fluency as well. However, I am not so much concerned, but I do see a little drop off here with a C in the area of comprehension. He does have at times difficulty remembering what he reads. So before you leave today, I'm going to send you off with a list of some suggestions, little things you can do with Jonathan at home that I hope will help.
Thank you, Mrs. Ryan. I would appreciate any suggestion you can give me that will help me work with Jonathan at home.
Okay, great. And in spelling, he's gotten an A. He has an average of a 94 on his tests. And his spelling carries over to his independent writing. It's obvious that you are continuing to encourage good study habits at home.
Yep, thank you.
Okay.
I'm actually very happy with the grades that he has here in spelling and in writing. However, I'm very concerned with the D he has in math comprehension. I really wasn't expecting that, and I'm a little surprised by that.
Okay, I can understand that you have a concern. Let us take a look at what his averages are. We'll just put this off to the side for a second. And he has an average of a 62. Let's take a look at the papers together. You did sign these, and I appreciate you sending those back. His first grade was a 58. That was on his fact assessment, and that was the one I talked to you about. I spoke to you a couple of weeks via a phone conference. Then there was a significant improvement with a grade of an 80, okay, followed by a 60, a 72, which that was pretty good because we can see that he is, if you would agree, having some kind of a struggle in the area of computation. And this was the one that really brought his average down, and that was a 40.
Wow. What can I do at home to help Jonathan with this?
Well, again, I have listed some suggestions, which I'm going to send you off with before you leave, and simple things, very basic things that you can do with Jonathan at home.
Okay, great. I want to really help him, and I want to make sure that he improves in this area, and I really don't want to wait until the next report card for that to happen.
Okay, and I think maybe one of the good things is we share these concerns as well as the strengths and the areas that Jonathan is developing nicely, and I think we need to share the goals with him and what we're going to do as a team to help him out. I'm going to give you those before you leave.
Great.
And I can see that our conference time is drawing to a close, and I do want to adhere to my schedule. So why don't I touch base with you, especially in regards to the areas that we have concern, and let's set up an appointment time where we can talk again. You're welcome to come back in, and we can set up an appointment here, or we can do that through a phone conference, whichever is more convenient for you.
Okay, I think a phone conference would be fine.
Okay, that sounds very good. So I will make a note of this, and that looks like it would be around the 6th of November.
Okay, great.
And I will call you evening or afternoon, which is preferable for you.
Evening would be fine.
Okay, very good. Why don't I leave you with these? You are also welcome to take home his completed report.
Okay, thank you. And his report card.
You have his report card, and these were the quarterly grades also, and you're welcome to take those home.
Okay, great.
Okay, thank you so much for coming.
Thank
I look
you.
forward to talking to you in 2 weeks.
And I appreciate all the time and effort that you put into helping my son.
My pleasure.